everyone. Welcome back to RTS Scrapbooking. What are we going to do today? Record the story. Oh yes, we are full force into load. And I have been 7 for 7. I'm going to see if I can do 8 for 8. And again, today will be another fast page because, you know, it's life. We all have things to do. And I just love load. And I wanted to say, some of you that were on 2Ps back in the heyday of scrapbooking, and you know what I'm talking about. When you would wake up in the morning and you'd be excited to go to the website because the Garden Girls had posted something every day of the week. And it was just fun to see what people were doing, what people were learning, and it just was such an enjoyable time. And I got to thinking, this is what load is for me. It's like back in the 2Ps days, or every morning I get up, I see what the prompt is, and so it's kind of brought that back into my life again. And it's just very exciting. I always really, I should just get a sign that says I love load and honestly leave it on my desk. But anyways, enough chatting. Today's prompt was a win. Something you have won in your life, a gift, a prize, car. And then the technique was to use a banner on your page. And so what a fun prompt and what an easy prompt, because honestly, if you have family, loved ones, a special other, fur babies, you win, right? Everybody wins when you have that in your life. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's the approach I'm taking. I have leftover photos from my bin, and I just grab family members and, you know, special other couple I want in there, and I am going to make a collage with my leftover photos. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I will give a couple tips on when it comes to making a photo collage. If you don't print, you know, don't have the capability. I don't have a 12x12 printer or anything like that, so I make my photo collages. So I will talk about that in a little bit. So I knew, since this collage is going to take up the majority of the real estate on my page, I knew I had to have a simple design. And so one of my go-to favorite designs ever is just, you know, a 6x12 at the top, 6x12 at the bottom, strip in the middle, bing, bang, boom, you're done. And so that's what I'm going to do. So basically I only need 4 patterns. So I need to, like, get busy. I was going to say get jiggy, but apparently I just learned jiggy means something that I did not even know it meant. And I'll just I'll just stop there. I just thought it was like a dance, but apparently it's something else. So, moving on. Okay, so today I thought for my papers that I would use this For the Record 2, which is one of my favorite collections by Echo Park. And I was looking, it says 2012, so yeah, that's been in my inventory, but you would think it's brand new. It's just in good condition. I keep my inventory in good condition. I mean, I really treasure the supplies I bought, and I keep them in good shape. I might organize the heck out of them all the time, but I like my papers in good shape. So the reason this was in my mind is because I was watching a Tuesday morning haul the other day, and that's another story for another day about my spending freeze. And they had just hauled this, and I thought, I have that. I should just go play with that. And sure enough, when I think of family, this collection makes me think of that. So that's why I chose it. So I need to get busy and pick some papers. And like I said, I only need 4. And when you're picking out a design like this and you have patterns, consider your sketch and what pattern will you be seeing the most. Now I know I got to get journaling on there somewhere, and I doubt that my title is going to fit in the middle. I don't want to cover someone's face, so title up here, middle down here, or maybe title here, journaling up there. So I want to know these 2 patterns that I choose for my top and the bottom. It wants to be a pattern. I need it to be a pattern I want to see a lot of. Well, not a lot, but you know, see some. So what do we have here? Well, there's a nice one right off the bat, a yellow. I'm just so drawn to yellow. Love yellow. Oh, I don't know, see, that would make a nice background. Oh my goodness, I think my choices might be pretty quick. Well, that would be a nice strip in the middle, right? Wow, could that have been that? No, yeah. Let's say, could that have been that easy? I don't think so. That's a nice, that would make a nice mat. But then, see, you got the journal cards on the back. You know what, Janet? You haven't used this since 2012, so get over yourself. If you haven't used them now, use the paper you like and move forth. And so, you know, in my photos, I have a variety of colors. Oh, that blue's nice. And this was another tip. Since I'm working with a lot of different people in a lot of different colors on a lot of different days. You know, I have male and females. So, you know, I don't want to just use all pink or all yellow. You can use whatever you want. There's no rules when it comes to scrapbooking. But for my style, I like to make sure I look at my mood and my feel. I have male and female, so I can get blue on there, and I can get some yellow. Now, I'm not digging that yellow. And why I'm not digging that yellow, see how the scale of those two patterns are, you know, they're close in size. So I would love to use that floral. And see, then you could bring in that turquoise if you wanted. That's a possibility. Okay, I have a variety of colors, so I don't really think I need to. Oh, that's just, I keep going back to that. Oh, yeah, I got blue on blue. Oh, no, that's going to work. We're going to keep on going. Now, this would be one way to get your strip in the middle, is just to use one of those, but I'm not quite sure if that's the route I wanted to go. Those are all the same. Now, see, now this yellow. Yes. Hello, yellow. Oh, like that already. What do you think? Someone scream at me. What should we be doing? Oh, those are all nice choices, aren't they? Well, and I'm running out of papers here, so I need to, oh, well, now. Yeah. Oh, yes. I love when collections have something like this that you can just use it in so many ways. Oh, Janet, you only need 4. Oh, that's a choice. Okay, maybe I just need to get rid of some of these other ones. And then I could just, that's what I do. I'll pick more than I need, and then I just keep. And I think these are repeats, so I think I'm going to be good. Oh, and I love this process. I try not to rush it because I love this process, but you know, you have to do a fast page. Now, there would be a pattern that would have all the elements of different colors when you're using, you know, a variety of people and a variety of photos. You know, if you have multicolor, that would work good, but that scale's too big for me because, you know, I'm not going to have a lot of paper showing. I want some paper. I want to see some pattern. Oh, that green's a nice. Look at the B side. That looks like October afternoon. Those two, well, all 3 of these. Doesn't that look like October afternoon? Yes, it does. But that's Echo Park. Love Echo Park. Their paperweight's the same today as it was when they first started. You go, Echo Park. Yeah. That's one way to keep your customers happy. Madison knows. I tell him that all the time. So, okay. This is my choices, but I got to take one of these away. Well, I already know. I want blue. That's going to go. Well, I don't know. Oh my, I don't know. Oh, that's from a Seinfeld episode. I don't know. God. You can tell I'm feeling better. I'm getting silly. Okay. Where am I at here? Okay. Look at the sketch. Back up. Beep, beep. Okay. I want to get a floral, and then I need something, and then I need something in the middle. So, I had to determine, do I want this for a mat? You know, this would make a nice mat, wouldn't it? For my photo collage. But then, it's going to be so covered up. Am I really going to see anything? Oh, and I struggle with that, honestly. When I'm using mats, I don't like to use my 12 by 12 papers. I would much rather just use, you know, those big old packs of 8.5 by 11. Okay, I'm no further ahead than when I started 3 minutes ago. Okay, I think this is what I'm going to do. I got to make a quick decision. Go with the program here. I think this is going to be my top, my bottom, my middle, and then what am I doing here? I honestly could use that. Okay. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. And then I would have my collage on top. And like, again, it's going to take so much of my paper. You know, it's going to take so much room on my page. I shouldn't be stressing this much over paper, but that's nice paper. Okay, so in the sketch, I'm not going to have much room for anything else. A title, a little bit of embellishments, and my journaling. Well, yes, and my title. So, title, I just picked out some black thickers, and I'll tell you why. And I say this all the time. when you're working with a collection, pay attention to what the designers did. What did they have here? They had a pop of black, and so that's what I took my cue from. A black, a pop, makes all those colors stand out. So just let the designers do the work for you, right? So that's what I decided. I decided to go with the black font, and I really don't know which one I'm going to pick. Sometimes I like a variety. If I'm using all one color of a title, I like to use a variety of styles, and that's what I'm going to do. And then what else do I need? A few embellishments. So I just picked these Jelly Bean that was actually on my desk from a previous page. I just picked these Jelly Bean because this Jelly Bean, this cold avocado soup, this line basically mirrors this Echo Park, what was I called, For the Record too, basically mirrors. So those were two collections that go well together. And I pulled out some Timmy, some Timmy, because I'm going to have a lot of photos, and when I have a lot of photos, when I want to break up a multi-photo page, I will put word stickers on my photos. And so I need a variety because, I have a variety of people. They all have different personalities. So that is as simple as it's going to get. And then I knew I was going to need a pop of something, and they had floral in the sketch. And I thought, well, okay, let me just go to my yellow bin. And real quick, I found some, these are just laying on the top, and there may be something else in there. But if I don't use these, at least I have in my mind, okay, maybe go grab another color. So I didn't pull them all out. And this is just a little color box, and I'll talk about that. It's just a system I started maybe 2 years ago, and I'm in love with these boxes and that whole system. So I'll talk about that later. Okay, I think that is it. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to go get my 2 miles in, and then, housework. Yes, housework all the time. And then maybe I'll get to play. So, okay, stay tuned. Come back. Okay, we are back with our page in progress, and I wanted to show a couple things before I finish this page, because honestly, this page is only going to take a few more minutes and I'm done. So what I wanted to do was show a DIY photo collage, how I do it. And then also, too, the best well-laid plans don't always work out that way. And that's okay. So I'm going to show that. And let me move my photo collage. And what are the chances that I could move this and nothing would go sliding? Okay, there we go. Okay, so simply all I did was start with an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and you can start with whatever size you want, whatever size collage you want. And I went this big because of my story that I wanted to tell, and I had a lot of people I needed to get on here, because you don't want to slight anyone. No, because then you won't get any Christmas gifts. No, you can't slight anybody in your scrapbooks. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I did was, when you have your photos, you want them laid out before you started hearing anything. Lay everything out in a way that it's going to fit your collage, because you don't want a gap here. You don't want a gap down here. And that's why I suggest do not cut your photos down until you know what space they're going to fit in. And even at that, you're not going to cut them down completely, and I'll show you why. So let me move these last 4 that I have to do. And so when I do a photo collage, I let this background be my guide, as your edge, okay? So I just started up here, and I knew these were the 4 I was going to work in the corner, so I put them in the 4 corner, and then I just build in, and, and then I build down, okay? So you can see right here, this photo is overlapping. And as long as you have a straight edge, it doesn't matter. No one's going to be that particular. And if they are, they shouldn't be looking at your pages anyways. Tell them to hit the road, okay? So that's what, again, if you look here, I think, no, none of those are all butted up to each other, but then I have this overlap, okay? And that's why we're going to trim this off. So it's okay when I put my brother there. You see, I'm going to have some photo hang. Now this, I got to trim this white edge off. But I had done this before, and I trimmed it too much, and I'm like, oh man, luckily I had an extra one. That's why I'm saying it's good to keep your leftovers. And so you want to make sure that, everything's going to fit. And so those 4 are going to fit. And so what I will do is I will start on this edge and this edge, and I'll work my way in. And it's okay if you're going to have something overlapped. Don't worry about that. Because honestly, when you glue these down and you're all done, everybody's going to be looking at the photo. No one's going to say, oh, I think that's overlapping, or, this is overlapping, because I will have, on this one, I will have this photo overlapping all of this right here. doesn't matter. So that's how you do it. Start in your corners and then build in and build down. And that's how you do it. And just, you know, if you try to cut each one of these to size, it will not work. And if it does, it's going to take you 3 weeks to do it. Believe me, I've tried it many, many times. It just doesn't work. Say, I'll cut this one, you know, like a 2.5 by 4. I'll cut this one a 4 by 4. It just doesn't work. So just start up in the corners because this already has your edge. Let that be your guide. Just start there. And I put these here, and then I build in. Put these here, build in, and now I'm going to work on my middle section. So I will put that there, and I'm going to cut the white edges off of that, and I will just, that will overlap there. And this will probably overlap that a little bit. And this one will probably overlap that because I have some people there I don't want to cover up. Okay, so it's okay to have some overlap because this is why I say if you use something like this adhesive and you put it in the corners, no one's not going to be the wiser. And like I said, people shouldn't be talking about your pages anyways. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. So I guess I better put this there so I can get a visual. That's how you do a DIY collage. And the more you do them, the more simpler they become. So when you first do one, you're going to be like, oh, that chick didn't know what she was talking about. It gets easier as you go. Okay? Just do not cut too much off your photos. And then when you have this overhang, just take your trimmer and trim it down. So when I have all this done, I'm going to, because I wanted to have this cream as a mat. But as I was doing my collage, I'm like, well, I'm not going to have a border because I need to use that border as my edge. Okay, and then once you get everything adhered down, see, I'm going to have some dead space up here. I might just cut a sliver of that off, okay? But I'm going to mat it on this cream cardstock, and then I'm going to put that on my page like that. Now, let's talk about the sketch, shall we? You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to use that big floral up here and the blue down here. Well, it didn't work. Because if once I, you know, put my sheet up here and I put my blue down here, it was just too, well, I'll try to give you a visual if I can. It was too much. It just, the power, the photos are so powerful because of the size. And so I could not get that much pattern on. It just did, it was too much. Your eye did not have any place to stop. Okay, and so that's why I just cut these down to small pieces. I'm going to tuck them in, and my embellishments are going to be very minimal because what's going to take center stage? Yes, our photos, and because of the story I'm telling on this is my title, my big win. Okay, because the prompt today was something that you've won, and to me, your loved ones, that's the win in life. That is your ultimate win. You don't need to win the lottery. You already have it right here. Can I get an amen? Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And so again, I have some dead space down here. I don't need any of this. Okay, so I'm going to put my title right over my photos, and this Y, I'm going to cut some of that off. I just put my B over there so I could see. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put a few strips of journaling here, and my page will be done. Okay, now other than I will add some, and I'm going to add craft because white's just going to not look right. Craft will blend in a little bit more. I'm going to put a few word stickers on strategically in an odd number on some of my photos. Not every one, just some of them. And then I found some brads that I'm going to play with. And when I'm picking at brads, I just pick more than I need and I just play with them. And I know because I cannot get a lot of pattern on here, I need to get some texture. So I definitely will be using that flower. I will be using these corduroy brads. Is there anything better in life than a corduroy brad? I just don't. Yes. I love them. Okay. Also fabric brad. So I have fabric, corduroy. So you see I have some different textures because this is flat. This is a flat page. So I need to add some texture and I need to add some dimension by the brads. So with my title down here being black, I know I'm going to have a pop of black up here. So I thought, oh, that would work good. And then as I was looking through my black brads, I found one that said love. And honestly, again, let your product do your talking. I am definitely putting that love up there. I might put them both. I don't know. Because love in life is the big win. And I'm just so glad, again, that Alice gave us this prompt in Load. Now, I did want to say something about bulk and things like that, especially with these Prima flowers. Love them, but these, it's just too much for me on some of these Prima flowers. I might get away with that one, but I don't like those hard centers. So what I do is I deconstruct them. I do heart surgery. Yes, I do. I just rip those off. And you might have to add a little bit of glue, but what I'll do is I'll just get a big honking enamel dot, and that's what I'll do, because enamel dots really don't have a high profile, and that's what I'll do. I will just do that, put a enamel dot on there, and that's what I'll do, because these balls just, they don't work for me. Okay, so that is honestly my page. It did not come out the way the sketch said, but it was a very good springboard. Okay, so I will be back with the finished page. Will probably be in just a couple minutes. Okay, hang on. Okay, we are back with our finished page, and it didn't take very long because everything was already decided. I just basically had to adhere things down, type out my journaling, and it was done. So I started from the back, worked my way up. I added some word stickers on my collage. I think there's 9 on there total. I always do them in odd numbers. I added my photo corners in craft, and that just brings your eye in, and this acts as, this photo collage, as one element on your page. So then, since I introduced craft in the word stickers and the photo corners, I made sure I did my journaling in craft, and that is what I call the Jen Gallacher trick, because this has a lot of color, and I couldn't introduce another color, and things were getting too matchy-matchy. So craft acts as a buffer on your scrapbook pages. So that is what the beautiful Jen Gallacher taught us a long time ago. So what else did I have? I had 5 brads and an enamel heart. I mean, simple. It didn't take very many embellishments for that, because you don't need a lot. Because in this case, your photos is the story is your photos, and so you don't really need much more than that. So my title says My Big Win. My journaling reads, having family to love and cherish is the big win in life. No need to win the lottery. I have it all right here. Yes. Can't we all say that? So I encourage you, dig out some leftover photos, make a photo collage. You maybe use this title as an inspiration to do something like this for your own pages. You definitely copy it, you know. What else I want to say? I flipped my page over. I put washi on the back of my brad so I don't have to fight with that later when I put them away. And I emptied a roll. Huh. Who would have thunk? You know, I think we need a shelf in our space, you know, in our craft rooms, that where we can just keep all of our empty washi. It's like a trophy, right? Because it doesn't happen very often. And I made sure I used my quick draw, adhered everything down, because I like things to be very secure in my albums. And I think that is it. Other than I will have the link to this page maps sketch below, and I will have all the information for the Load event below, because maybe you want to look into it for October, or maybe next year for National Scrapbook Day. Give a gift to yourself and do a Load event. You'll really like it. So I think that is it. Thanks for sticking with me on this page. It was fun to do. My family will love this page. I know they will. So come back to RTS, because you never know what we're going to learn. Have a great day.